Did you know that creating a positive work environment is not just about the paycheck? Yes, it's not. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 ways that will help create a positive work environment. And straight away, let's go into tactic number 1. The first one is trust and respect. We all know if you don't feel trusted, if you don't feel respected in a company, then your morale is going to be less than what it should be. You're not going to give 100% of the company, because what's the point? You don't feel respected. You don't feel like you can trust in the company. So the first one is trust and respect. Number 2 on how to create a positive work environment is open communication. See, there's gotta be open communication between you and your employer. There's gotta be open communication between you and your work colleagues. There's gotta be open communication between you and the manager. Because let's face it, without the open communication, then you can't be able to exchange ideas. If you can't openly say what you're feeling, then you're going to hold things in, and this is not going to be good for creating a positive work environment. So start being open. Let the manager, let the team, your team players know that you can be able to communicate your views freely. Number 3 is recognition and appreciation. So this is very crucial. See, sometimes do you ever feel like you're doing your all for the company, but you're not being recognized? You're not being appreciated. See, when you feel recognized and appreciated, just like a kid does something and you appreciate them, you recognize them, do you know what happens? You feel good about yourself. You feel positive. You feel like you can go above and beyond for whatever company you are working for. But if you feel like you're not being appreciated, if you feel like you're not being recognized, then guess what? When you turn up to work, you're like, what's the point of me giving 100%? Because I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel recognized. So for creating a positive work environment, this is very crucial. Recognition and appreciation. Number 4 is there's gotta be supportive leadership. We all know, we've all been there, when you work for a company and you feel like there's no support whatsoever. Maybe you're going through a challenge at home. Maybe you want something to be changed with regards to your working hours or the time you start at work, and you don't feel supported. So, and for me, like I remember a company that I used to work for, which I really liked, is in the mornings you start at 9, but I used to drop off my kids at school just before 9, and the time I go to work, it's about 10 past or 15. So I spoke to my manager and I said, you know what, every morning I'm going to be about 10-15 minutes late, but can I cover those 10-15 minutes in my break? And guess what, they actually allow that to happen. So every morning, if I was 10 or 15 minutes, I would have 45-minute break or 50-minute break. Whereas some companies, something small as that, they would say, no, you have to be on time or else we're getting rid of you. No, yes. So these are things that you need for you to create a positive work environment. And for me, I felt like, you know, the company was helping me, so I didn't have to worry about that. The other one is creating a positive work environment is there's gotta be opportunities for growth. You don't want to be working for a company where you feel like there's no growth, where you feel like you're stagnant, where you feel like you're complacent, where you feel like you're not expanding towards whatever goals you want to achieve in the company. And don't get me wrong, some people like to stay on the same level. But how about with those who want to progress onto higher roles, even all the way to management? That's if it's one of them companies that allow you where you can get to that management position. So I want you to remember there's gotta be opportunities for growth if you're to really create a positive work environment, because then workers are going to feel compelled to really go above and beyond. Workers are going to be compelled to learn even more because they know there's going to be opportunities for growth in the company that they are working for. Number 6 on creating a positive work environment is there's gotta be work-life balance. We all know if there's no work-life balance, then it's going to be really hard for you to be motivated. So what does this entail? Say, one of the companies again I used to work for, we used to have times where you would go out and interact with friends and family. They would do family activities. So this actually helped to really integrate your work with your family colleagues. So there's gonna be this work-life balance. I know sometimes it's hard, but if there's no work-life balance, if you're not doing things that you need to do at home and also at work, and if you feel like everything is you're taking all your workload at home, then your morale is going to be so low. So in order to have a positive work environment, there's gotta be that work and life balance. Then number 7 is inclusive and a safe culture. To create a positive work environment, there's gotta be a safe culture. What does this mean? This means when you go at work, you feel safe, you feel protected, you feel like if you're going through something, the company were there to also help you with whatever you are going through. Hence, an inclusive and safe work culture. You don't want to go to a place where you feel like you're not safe. You feel like you are not being protected. The next one is there's gotta be team collaboration. See, in order to create a positive work environment, you gotta be able to work together with your teams. We all know, especially big companies, they have different teams. They have the sales team, they have the support team, they have a marketing team. So there's so many departments, depending on which company you work for, that if you don't work together as a team, then the morale is going to be negative. People are not going to be motivated to go to work because they'll be saying, what's the point? There's no teamwork. There's no team morale. There's no one is helping each other. Each one is just working to hit the targets. Whereas if you feel like you work for a company where there's team support, then guess what? You are going to be able to, where there's team collaboration, you are going to be able to be motivated. You are going to be able to be energized to go to work, to be able to do the best, go above and beyond to work for the company. Number 9, there's gotta be clear expectations and goals. What am I talking about? See, one of the things I've learned is when you work for a company and then you're not so sure exactly what you're supposed to do, then guess what? You are going to be stuck. You are going to be going nowhere because there's no clear expectations of what's needed of you. There's no clear expectations of the goals that you know you need to achieve in order to be able to maybe go on to other bigger roles. So I want you to start having clear expectations and goals when you start working for a company. Go speak to your manager and say, what am I expected to do in this role? What really do I need to achieve? And if you want to progress to another level, what are the targets that I need to achieve before I'm able to be promoted, to another position? So it's going to be clear expectations and goals in order to create a positive work environment. Because you know why? Employees are going to be motivated. Employees are going to be energized when they come into that workplace because they have clear expectations and goals of what they need to do to achieve and to get to that next level. Last way on how to create a positive and work environment is positive physical and virtual spaces. See, when you work in a place, there's gotta be the environment is gonna be conducive. The building is gonna be attractive. When you walk into that workplace, is it vibrant? How does it look? Or is it all dull? Here, so just the physical space must be really good. I know you've worked in companies where you work in a building and it's just so dull, it drains the energy out of you. So even just the physical space and virtual space should be really great for you to be able to create and work in a positive work environment. So those are the ways on how to working on how to create a positive work environment. So straight away, let's quickly let's have a recap of the terms. So one is there gotta be trust and respect. Number two, there's gotta be open communication, because then if there's no open communication, you don't really know what's going on in the company. Number three, there's gotta be a recognition and appreciation. Number four, there's gotta be a supportive leadership, because without a supportive leadership, you aren't going to be able to progress to the next level. Not only that, there's gotta be opportunities for growth, because without growth, you're going to be stagnant. Number six, there's gotta be that work-life balance. Number seven, there's gotta be an inclusive and safe culture to work in. Number eight, there's gotta be team support and collaboration. Otherwise, you can't work together as a team. Number nine, there's gotta be clear expectations and goals of what's required of you in order to create a positive work environment. And lastly, but not the least, there's gotta be a positive physical and virtual spaces. So those are the ways I wanted to share on how to create a positive work environment. And if you like this video, do me a favor, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's been Can Be Inspired, and as always, remember, it's on you. It's your responsibility, not only the managers, not only the leaders, to create a positive work environment. Have a fantastic weekend, and as always, remember, like I leave you with this, it's on you. Have a great day.